new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria, and followed with me today is my other host, Steven. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We got a two-man show today. We're gonna knock it out.
Yep, we are doing another two-man show. Trey wasn't feeling too great, so he's taking the week off to recoup, which is all great because we all need mental days to reboot ourselves.
What I did last week. Sorry, I had to miss the patron chat, but at least there were still three of us in. Right.
And, if I ever take a mental health day, I have just to cancel the show.
Ben, you can't do that to us. Can't leave us to host it.
Well, I do the recording and the editing and everything, so there's that too. But this week we are still in our Season 2 with summons, and this summon is a very specific, one of the summons that does not start at Final Fantasy 3, surprisingly. And that is Leviathan, the water element summon.
Yes, the most underutilized summon, in my opinion, in the whole series.
Yeah.
Way underrated.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So, Leviathan, also known as Leviathan and Leviathan, is a summon in the Final Fantasy series. Leviathan's gender varies by game, although it is typically treated as male on early installments, while some recent games have established Leviathan as female. A giant sea serpent, he first appeared as a monster that has swallowed the party in Final Fantasy II. Leviathan has become one of the most prominent summons in the series alongside Bahamut, being known by titles such as the Sea King or the Lord of All Waters. In the later titles of the series, Leviathan's prominence diminished in comparison to Bahamut.
Okay, good. I thought for a second I was about to look like a fool saying it was prominent, but I was like, no. I haven't played the early one, so that could be why.
And then Leviathan's trademark attack is Tidal Wave, also known as Tsunami, which caused a massive wave of water to damage all enemies. Which, being that of the sea makes perfect sense. And, what other attack besides summoning water would it be?
Right. I did, going back to that first part, mentioning the gender. I know we've mentioned the gender of the different summons throughout this here. I don't know about you, but I've never even considered, other than Shiva and Garuda, which are very obviously women because of their designs. The other ones I've never been like, oh yeah, Ifrit's clearly a dude. It's just no,
right.
They're just magical beings.
Right. They could be fluid because they are, magical creatures.
Right.
Except for Garuda and Shiva, which are clearly obvious. The design choice is, they're female.
Yeah, they were designed by guys locked in a basement for too long with no women around.
So we start with Final Fantasy II. Leviathan is a huge sea monster that consumes in a ship carrying a crystal rod and is approached by the Tower of Mystia is his intestines are a small dungeon containing a group of people he swallowed, including Rykard Highwind. And then we get to Final Fantasy III. The Warriors of Light fight Leviathan under Lake Dor after attaining the Invincible. Is visible on the world map as a shadow swimming in the lake. Is summoned by evokers and summoners with the level 7 summon magic spell Leviathan. Its summon magic can also be bought as a shop in Eureka for a large expense of 60,000 gil.
Woo! I don't know how the money
is
system
a
works
lot.
in 3. Oh my goodness.
Well, regardless, when you have like 4 zeros in any game,
I mean, there's some of them where you rack up money. Like in 16, I never spent any money at all. There are some games where it's like the numbers go way up. Even in 15, where you have you pretty often have about $30,000 to $40,000 if you're not, or gil if you're not spending it all the time.
Right. That's fair.
But yeah,
that's still a lot. 60,000 is still a lot. 60,000 is definitely a lot in the 14 in the MMO, because
yes,
you have to do, if you want to gain money in that, become a crafter and sell things, or do a lot of raids to get a lot of high-end items and just sell them, because otherwise you don't barely make any money. It took me, I'm in Heaven's Ward and I have over 200,000 gil, and that's just doing main quests. And selling, that's still a lot, but there's a lot of main quests. And I did sell stuff from here and there from stuff I don't use, but still.
Oh, we didn't even mention when we were talking about N2, how so Leviathan would be the second summon that's ever, if Hylian's in the chat, maybe he can correct us, but that's the second one, because in the first game you meet Muhammad. He's not, I don't think there are summons in either game, but they're actually in the game.
The summons don't start till 3, but Leviathan is one of the first quote unquote summons we see before 3. Right. Before the summons were a thing.
Right. It's just him and Bahamut, because Bahamut's in 1.
Right. Because, Bahamut's Bahamut.
Right.
So now we have Final Fantasy IV. So Leviathan is the Lord of all waters and is the king of the Eidolons and lives in a parallel plane of existence in the underworld, the Feymarch. The ruler rules the summoned monsters with Queen Asura. He knows that Rydia and Mist was one of the last surviving summoners. When Rydia is crossing the ocean with Cecil, Edward, and Yang to Baron, Leviathan attacks the ship and carries Rydia off into the Feymarch to protect her and train her in the summoning abilities. Later on, the player can enter the Feymarch and defeat Leviathan to earn him as a summon if they have also defeated Asura.
That's interesting.
Leviathan has a casting time of 3 and costs 50 MP to summon in the 2D releases. In the 3D releases, he costs 75 MP. Leviathan uses Tsunami to attack all enemies for heavy non-elemental water, or water elemental in the 3D version, damage. In the easy type version, the casting time was reduced to 2. And then Lunar Leviathan is a boss in Palom and Porom's Lunar Trial side quests at the Lunar Runes. In the Advanced and Complete Collection versions, defeating him earns a grimoire that can call Lunar Leviathan to attack all enemies for a guaranteed 9,999 damage.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's max damage. And, all old school gaming, 9,999 is max damage.
Right.
So, all fun there.
Until they break it later.
That's true. Until you break it. Don't break games. And then we have Final Fantasy 5. Leviathan is a level 5 summon that guards History Falls. He protects the tablet that lies there, but the player party does not need to fight him. Instead, the party can return later to confront him. Leviathan Summon Attack Tsunami is a water elemental and costs 39 MP to use. Then Final Fantasy VI. So if everybody's like been paying attention, he's been in he's been in every Final Fantasy since 2.
Yeah. All of them except for the first one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Final Fantasy VI, Leviathan appears in the advanced and mobile/Steam versions in the World of Ruin. He is acquired along with the route the South Faraga to Nikia by ferry. After a boss fight, his attack Tidal Wave deals heavy water elemental damage to all enemies. His cost 70 MP to summon. His power is 130. He teaches Flood at the rate of ×2 and gives +2 stamina for every level up. So, you get stat boost every time you level up with Leviathan.
Yeah, I think they do that in for all the summons in 6.
Mm-hmm. And then Final Fantasy VII, Leviathan summon material is attained in the Wutai after Yuffie defeats the 5th and last Paraga god, Godo. It casts Tidal Wave and costs 78 MP. Leviathan spell power is equal to 4.6875 times the base magic damage. And then there is also such an item called Leviathan Scales, which removes the fire from the cave in the Daocho statue, allowing the player to enter and receive its treasures.
And if you've been following along with the other episodes, in 7, basically all the summons that we've covered so far, their base magic damage has been multiplied by like 1 point something. So he's like 4 times the normal summon damage.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive.
Yes. And then the remake of 7, Leviathan is a summon who can earn by defeating it in the Shinra Combat Simulator mission. Is also the third it's also the third of the 5 fights in the 3-person team versus Top Secrets challenge. It is a water summon, but as a water does not appear as a gameplay element, it deals non-elemental damage in combat. It takes 2 ATB segments to summon.
Yeah, there is no water in the remake, is there?
Mm-mm. There's fire, wind, and lightning, I think. I don't know if they do that. I don't remember if they have earth or not.
I think you can do Quake. Yeah, you can do Quake.
It's been a while since I played the remake.
Yeah, I'm almost positive you can do. I never use it, but I think you can.
And then now we have Steven's favorite game, Final Fantasy VIII. The Guardian Force Leviathan can be drawn from the Norg. If missed, it can later be drawn from Trauma in the final dungeon. Leviathan Tsunami Attack is a water elemental attack that damages all enemies, washing them away on screen if they are defeated by the attack. Its compatibility item is Fish Fin, and the opposing GF is Quetzalcoatl, whose summoning deducts from Leviathan's compatibility the most. Leviathan learns magic and spirit junctions and elemental attack and defense. It is the only Guardian Force to learn the Recover command naturally, and deals a full heal up to 9,999 HP to a target, and can thus also be used to damage undead opponents. It learns a support ability that has the Junctioner automatically use a recovery potion when they are hit by an enemy. Its unique abilities make support magic and GF recovery medicine from items, and the ability that boosts the user's spirit upon level up. That is a lot of benefits just with the Leviathan. Holy crap.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty good summon in that one, too. So I was wrong at the start.
And the Triple Triad card modifies into Doc's codes and is held by CC Group, Joker, and Balam Garden Training Center. He appears randomly in the easternmost screen after Garden has become mobile. Which I never played 8, so I'd never played Triple Triad before, so...
The card game.
Yeah, I know it's a card game. I know Triple Triad's in 14. I just never got into it or tried it, really.
Yeah, I'm not into the into the card games in any of the games. I hate the 1 and 9. I've heard that Triple Triad is great, but I wouldn't know because I'm not going to play 8.
That's fair. And then now we do have your favorite, which is 9.
Yes.
The Eidolon and Leviathan is tamed at the Aether Tree as part of the story, is taught through the Aquamarine for 40 AP. Dagger can summon Leviathan Tsunami, which deals water damage to all enemies. Tsunami spell power is augmented by the total number of Aquamarines in the party's inventory. If Leviathan is added to Dagger's roster of Eidolons at the beginning of the game via a cheating device, before Dagger has her Eidolons extracted, Leviathan costs 168 MP to summon. Its normal cost when acquired as part of the story is 42.
It's interesting in 9, whenever you do get it, Dagger is running to go. She's like, I got to go get this summon in order to help somebody. I won't say anything now to avoid spoilers for you, but it's interesting when she picks it up. She's like, "Oh, I can't use this. It's a water summon." So it's interesting that because I feel like all the other summons are like, "Okay, we can use this anywhere," but she's like, "Well, can't use this one to help because it's water and it's not going to help us in this situation." So they literally be like, they make it, they put a little extra detail in there saying you can't use it basically. I always thought it was interesting.
That is interesting. And then now we have Final Fantasy 9. Leviathan is, this is 11, not 9. This is 11. So 10 didn't have like the summon mechanics like normal, so they skip one.
Well, they just use different summon. They just use.
Oh, that's right.
They use other than Ifrit and Bahamut. They were like the only ones who were the normal summons that you usually get.
So with Final Fantasy 11, Leviathan is one of the 6 celestial avatars that represent the water element. The job class summoner can unlock the spell Leviathan upon completion of the quest Trial by Water, and then Leviathan is also name of a server. Also
no backstory there for Leviathan.
Nope.
Interesting.
Just like Ramuh. Ramuh barely had any backstory with 11 as well, which... So far, those two are the only summons we've gone over so far that have no backstory in 11.
Which is weird, because they're two of the most well-known, like, commonly used in all the games.
Out of the Elemental 6, the summons that are typically derived in most Final Fantasies, they don't have anything in 11, which is super weird.
It is weird. I guess they figure everybody knows it. They're like, yeah, you got the idea.
Yeah, Leviathan's just a sea serpent. You got it.
Yeah.
Or like with Ramuh, is like, he's an old man that's very wise that can shoot down lightning.
Right.
There you go. That's all you need.
Nothing else needs to be known.
But at this point, we're going to take a quick mid-break, and we will be right back.
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love. Or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
Nah, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his Perfect Bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show where we do talk about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. And at this point, I just want to thank all of our patrons that are supporting us. I want to thank Highland Cubby, who is supporting us through Patreon. If you want to become a patron, you can sign up at patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on our show. Like last week, we had our patron chat where we talked about all the big bads that we enjoyed and why and all that fun stuff. So join us there. It's a lot of fun. You can also support us on Spotify and Apple. If you leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words, we'll read out loud next time in the show, as well as some kind words on a comment on a Spotify episode, which we don't have any this week. And you can also find us on a few different Discord servers. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, to where we, talk about everything with this show and all the other shows I even host, such as the Holocron Histories, the Wizard World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. So you can find those there, as well as this show on both Discords. And then also we do live stream these episodes every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on my own Twitch channel at Ben of Temeria, which please go follow and view all my streams because I'm trying to get affiliated and I just need an average of 3 viewers now to get affiliated. I'm so close. So please help me out. Go watch
play The Witcher.
Yes, I've been streaming The Witcher prevalently right now because I'm in a Witcher mood, so it's great.
Yes, Sharp says everybody watch on Twitch, so he has somebody to chat with.
Yeah. And that's all I can think of. Do you have anything to add to the mid-break, Steven?
I do, yes. Sorry. Since Trey's not here, I just wanted to plug his stuff. I know he just did a Twitch stream of, I think it was 9. So if everybody wants to go watch that, I think he was starting to get that going. It's finally, I believe is his Twitch thing.
Yes, it is. Finally. Yep.
Yeah, since he's not here, I just wanted to throw that out. I don't have anything else going on, so I have to give him his plugs.
Hey, that's all works. It's all good. But with that said, let's get back into more Final Fantasy.
If you've ever blasted synth beats from your boombox or burned CDs for your besties, this one's for you. As people get older, much like their music tastes, their health needs change. AG1 is the simple daily health drink designed to deliver over 75 essential daily nutrients and pre- and probiotics to support energy, digestion, and mood, so you can make the most out of every decade and dance break. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
All right, we are back, and we have now Final Fantasy XII Reverent Wings, which is the DS game, right? It was DS.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I didn't play anything that wasn't on DS. Yeah, I only played the mainline.
That's fair.
PS1 and 2 and 3 games.
So, Leviathan is a rank 3 physical water summon fought in the mission 58, Serpent's Rage, which takes place in the Ogu, the Veiled Isle. His normal attack is Barracuda Dive, in which he swings his tail to attack all enemies a small radius around him. Leviathan's special attack, Tidal Wave, deals massive water damage to all enemies in front of him. In addition, the airship Dreadnought Leviathan from the time of Final Fantasy XII has been rebuilt, bearing a predecessor's name, now under the ownership of Queen Ashe. It serves as the Galbana's gateway between Lumars and Ivalice? Ivalice.
Yeah.
And Sharp did confirm Revenant Wings is a DS game. I can never remember if it's DS or Game Boy Advance or something like that. I can never remember. I don't know why. So now we have Final Fantasy 13, So Leviathan is a fallacy, and the Leviathan Plaza is an area in the Cocoon in the city of Eden, past the Siren Park. Concept artwork for Leviathan exists, showing people walking inside its body, suggesting it may have been considered as a number of form of amusement in Natalis, like Ifrit or Carbuncle. And then 13.2, Leviathan is mentioned in Captain Cryptic's confounding quiz as a cocoon fallacy responsible for purifying the water.
Say that 5 times fast.
I'm good. I'm good on that. I am not going to say that 5 times fast because that sounds dreadful. And then now we have my favorite game, which is 14, which at this point everybody knows my favorite game is going to be 14, as much as I say it and as much as everyone teases me about it.
Until you play 9, then that's going to be your favorite game.
I don't know. So Leviathan appears as a primal in the Shagalan Beastman tribe. Leviathan was originally scheduled to appear as a boss in the original version, but following the tsunami disaster in 2011, his and Titan's plotlines were seen as inappropriate for the time and were shelved. Which the 2011 version is the 1.0 version of the game.
So we didn't miss anything
No.
by being on there.
And then in A Realm Reborn, Leviathan appears as the final boss as through the Maelstrom scenario introduced in the game's 2.2 patch. Leviathan first appeared during the Gift of Eternity main scenario quest, during which he is summoned by the Shangalan priest. Leviathan absorbs the spirit of the priest and dives into the ocean. After attaining the specifically outfitted boat, the Warrior, to fight the Primal on equal footing, the Warrior Light and their allies defeat Leviathan out at sea. His signature attack during the battle is Tidal Wave, which can be defended against by activating a force field powered by the Elemental Converter. In addition to the scenario version of the boss, players can face stronger version of Leviathan and the World Eater Extreme instance, which offers the chance to tame Leviathan-themed weapons and several drops for crafting furniture and stylized chocobo barding. Which is actually pretty cool, I will say. And so all the primal themed weapons are really cool because they have their own unique look, as well as their own unique effects on the weapons themselves, which is really cool. And then
that part sounds cool, but definitely not the crafting of furniture.
No, I'm not a crafter in the game. I do have crafting jobs. My blacksmith is up there. I think my alchemist is level 50. And that takes a bit, just saying.
I imagine. It's a lot of chairs you got to build first.
No, because alchemist does potions.
Oh, no, I meant crafting the furniture.
Oh, yeah, furniture. Well, it depends. So, depending on your crafting job, each crafting job has its own unique furniture set. So if it's made of wood, you do wood crafting. If it's made out of cloth, you go to clother, or I can't remember the one that you it deals with sewing. There's specifics. There's a lot. There's a lot of different stuff. So another Leviathan appears as boss in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers at the Eden Raid series. This version of the Primal is summoned from the memories of the Warrior of Light via the Eden's power to restore water aspected ether to the wastelands of the empty. Like other Primals summoned from Warrior's memory, the version of the entity appears different than the one on the source. In this case, it has 2 heads. And then defeating him in both story and savage difficulty will award player with currency to exchange for equipment and wild the gold angelic appearance along with other 3 battles in the initial tier of the raid. Yeah.
Nice.
So if you want to fight Leviathan with 2 heads, go and jump into Shadowbringers.
Yeah, speaking of which, Sharp, we need our pictures of Leviathan from each game.
Yeah, I mean, if Sharp's willing. And Sharp does say in the chat that he was a master crafter in ESO, which that is impressive, by the way. I play ESO as well, and crafting is not the greatest in ESO. Well, crafting in general is not the greatest in any MMO, really.
That sounds like my
It's too
nightmare. I
much
don't like
time.
to do that in real life.
That's fair. So now we have 15, which you just encountered
Just
Leviathan, or you just beat 15.
Yeah, I encountered him. It's like middle of the game. Well, yeah, middle of the game.
So Leviathan is one of the 6 astrals and commonly known as the Hydrian or the Tide Mother. She sleeps in the waters of
Altish.
Altisha. Is awakened by Lunafreya, who wishes for Leviathan to lend Noctis her power. She is the largest astral in Eos and is the colossal sea serpent. She is fought as a boss in Chapter 9. Noctis can summon her after forging a covenant with her.
Really cool fight, by the way. I think you played that one, haven't you? You remember that fight? I mean, that's
yes,
the one I think everybody...
That's the after the part where I stopped.
I think that's about the one that everybody remembers from 15 is the Leviathan fight. It's a really cool fight. You get like powered up basically, and you're flying around like a Saiyan.
Right.
It's a fun fight.
And then we have Final Fantasy 16. So Leviathan is one of the 8 icons of legend, serving as the icon of water. Unlike other icons, Leviathan does not appear in the game, only being depicted on murals and being mentioned briefly as Leviathan the Lost. And
has been teased very heavily as the DLC.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting 2 DLC expansions for 16. So we get 6 icons, if I recall, in 16, right? Is it 6?
I thought it was 8. 8 including Phoenix and Leviathan, right?
Well, there's 8 total. There's 8 total icons.
Right.
But
there's 6 you can use. Yeah.
6 in-game, yeah, that we can use.
Yeah. Really a shame that you didn't get to use Leviathan, but I get it. How are you going to use the powers?
Right. And then now we have the etymology. So, Leviathan is a violent sea creature referred to in the Hebrew Bible, as well as the Talmud, and some other ancient Jewish texts. During the golden age of the seafaring, the term Leviathan became synonymous with any large sea creature, sometimes describing whales. Bible scholars interpreted Leviathan to be either a demonic sea creature or an enemy of God. The Talmud also, and other ancient Jewish sources, refer to Leviathan more specifically as a sea serpent, sometimes with the multiple heads, capable of breathing fire, and that has made into the 5th day of creation. It is said during the end of days, God will make tents, or sukkah, out of the skin of Leviathan for the righteous to live in. These have been speculated that Leviathan was based on the real animal, the most popular theory being the Chronosaurus and the Nile crocodile.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. There's people that say it's like the dinosaurs. They just had a different name for them. That's what they called them.
And then Leviathan is also one of the 7 princes of hell, associated with the deadly sin envy and Hell's gatekeeper in Christian demonology. In the Final Fantasy series, Leviathan is sometimes referred to as the King of the Seas. Its incarnation in the series appears as it derived from the legends of the Shinto god Ryujin, or Otus. Help me out here. No.
I got nothing. It's a tough name.
Otusumi, said to be the dragon god and reigns over the seas, is also resembles the Chinese dragon, mythical beings such as the rules of moving bodies of water, and the dragon god as the dispenser of rain.
Also looks like I never know how to say the name, Rayquaza from
Pokemon.
Yeah. Basically what it is, except like a aquamarine color instead of green.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. You can see that. But that's what we have on Leviathan.
Yes. So definitely not underutilized, like I mentioned up top, but because it's always just not. It's not like Ifrit or Shiva or Ramuh that you first think of when you think of the summons, or Bahamut, I should say. But it's always like super powerful compared to all the other ones, and it's usually late in the game. So it is strong. and it's in most of the games. It's just not one you think of first. Was my thinking up top, but I stand corrected.
I mean, when I think summons, Leviathan's up there for me because I like the sea serpent stuff. Like because the Leviathan resembles a dragon, much like Bahamut, and like I think Bahamut's like one of the only dragons.
Yeah, well, as a summon, yeah.
As a summon. But yeah, like that's what I think of Leviathan a lot. And yeah, I mean, also Leviathan is one of the few summons so far that we've gone over that's almost in every single game.
Yeah, literally, except for
10.
1 and 10, yeah.
Yeah, well, and none of the summons are on 1.
Right.
So, since they appeared. Yeah, but it's a lot.
Always cool, too. It's always a fun, like I mentioned in 15, that was definitely, like, as far as cool, like, ranking the cool fights in the game, that was definitely up there, top 3 for me. And it's always fun to watch the big tidal wave wash over the enemies.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you want to add for Leviathan for this week?
No. Other than one more thing about 15, like the attacks. That whenever it doesn't necessarily do a tidal wave in 15. What it has is it shoots off like little water mini Leviathans, like. And then they come and attack you. They float at you.
What? So it summons this like miniature version of stuff and like shoot them like missiles?
Yeah, basically.
What? Okay, that's kind of cool though.
I'm telling you, Ben, you got to give 15 another try. Now that I finished it, I highly recommend 15. It's a lot of fun if you actually play through it and do a lot of the missions instead of just blowing through it.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, there's just too many games. I've been playing that are out currently. So
we had this discussion before the pod started about I need to finish Spider-Man. I just got it, and now I already want to play The Witcher 3 again.
Which is great because there's no bad time to play The Witcher.
No, and I still need to finish Final Fantasy 12. So I've also got that going.
That's fair. But
I got to play 1 through 6 so I can talk to Cubby on the patron chats.
Same. But yeah, that's what we have in Leviathan this week. Stay tuned for next week for another summon, which I already have in mind of what we're going to do. So,
how many more summons do we have? 2?
2 more.
2 more.
2 more summons for this season. So last one is going to be a big one. Next week's is pretty big too because it deals with the ironclad soldier on a horse.
Okay, yeah. Well, they know what it is now.
Yeah. So we are going to be talking about Odin next week, which is going to be super exciting. So favorite. Oh, and there we go. You have your favorite now. Mm-hmm. So thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.
Stitch Fix. Stop shopping, get styled.
A+ on the outfit, Miss Turner. You are about to slay parent-teacher conferences.
Oh, these? Just the most perfect fitting jeans my stylist sent me.
Oh, hello, you, who didn't set one foot in a mall and still looks amazing.
Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix. Get started today at stitchfix.com.
To my stylist. This look is dedicated to you. Thank you. Thank you.